All right, so I think that my mic was muted. So let me know, you guys, if you can hear me. I think that everything is set up and everything should be working right. Okay, so this is the third streaming for this game that we are making live. The purpose of this streaming is to make this roguelike game in Godot, and then use this project to make a tutorial series. So yeah, so so instead of you guys having to wait a lot of time for me to make a project and then do the videos, edits, then and publish them, I was planning to do everything live, because I have two options, like to build things alone by myself and only when they are done to show it to you guys. But I thought, like, what if I would live stream the process, like, why do I have to build things alone when I can be streaming and engaging and talking and getting feedback in the in the meantime before I finish the whole project. All right, so this is a a graphic that I made on the previous two videos on the streaming. Here we are showing the grid, the map of how it should look like. So this is the outer walls, this is the whole grid map, the whole grid, the whole floor, or the whole board. These are the floors where the player can walk, and these are like inner walls. It can be an item, or it can be like an enemy. It could even be an enemy. So let's do like have something like green for items and left, and I'm going to have something like brown. I think red is good. Red or black. Let's have black for enemies. Let's see, can I have a black? All right, yeah, these are gonna be enemies. Okay, this could be enemies, and this could be like inner walls that the player cannot walk through. Okay, and this is how it looks like so far. So let's run the project, and this is what we have so far. Let me just hide this playground thing here and run it. And this is how it looks like right now. So we have already made it so that we can see the outer walls and the inner walls. The inner floor is being generated by this node, which is called a board. And if we go into its script, we'll see that we have basically two functions. They generate outer walls and generate floors, which is equivalent to these outer walls that the player cannot go past through, and this is the inner floor. And we are also using the export variable here in this node, and we are passing an array of packets in, which is really nice. It looks really good. I really like it so far. All right. Okay, so let's start by what can we start doing? The last thing that I was planning to do is to have to keep track of the positions that are available in the grid. So if we have like a grid, so we'll be generated the position around, and as an item takes place in the grid, we'll remove it from the grid position, so that way we don't put things on top of each other. So this is the strategy that I'm gonna be following here. And let's have like a legend here. So I'm gonna do this. I'm going to duplicate this one, And in here, I'm gonna say that this is a outer wall. Then we'll duplicate this one and say we'll say that this is a floor. Also, I have already created a repository where I'm going to be, sharing the files and everything. Let's have what I have here. This is a outer wall. Let's put this one down here. It's here. I'm gonna bring this layer down. Send backwards. Send to back. Okay, yeah. This inner wall. This will be a floor. Then I'm going to duplicate this one. This one, the green one, is going to be an item or food that the player can collect, and this one is going to be the black one, which you'll be an enemy. Yep, that's good. And let's move this size to this side here on the left. So yeah, here we have the legend. Okay. All right. So we are going to make the script that can, so that you'll keep track of its position of the grid, and as we are generating things and putting things in it, it's going to be, removing it from its positions already. So yeah, let's do that. Let's have a constant that's going to be called grid positions, which is going to be equals to an array, an empty array. Now we actually want it to be available. So it's going to be it should have 32 by 32, 32 by 32. No, actually 10 by 10. About 100 positions. So it's going to be an array of vector tools. An array of vector 2. with 100 positions. Let's see how I did it before. So this is the project, the code of how I did a few years ago. So I have the grid positions, I have initialize list. So with the list of grid positions. All right. So let's create a function. Let's create a function name. Init grid positions. I'm not going to take anything up as a parameter, and it won't return anything neither. To return void. And in here, the first thing we'll do is to clear the array. So we'll say grid underscore positions dot clear, and then we are going to start a count. Well, I'm not feeling really good. It's looking like I'm gonna be getting sick soon. So I'm going to be looping through the whole grid. So I will say I'm gonna go from. I'm gonna do something similar to what we're doing here. So we are starting a for loop with x, and starting from 0 to the viewport width. Like we are taking steps of cell size width. So we are starting here. Can I? I wasn't up. We'll start here at 0. See if I can add. So we'll start here at 0, and then we'll go taking steps of 32. So it will be 0, 32, 64, and so on until it goes to this point. All right. And the same thing for y. For each x, we will go down on y. So we'll go like from top to bottom, left to right. All right. So then we'll say what to add that position, of course. So grid position add append. We're going to add a vector 2 with x, y. All right. Yeah, this should do it. So we're going to call this function on ready. So we'll say it's called init grid position. Do we have the self? Did you guys use the self when calling something within the script? So we can say like self like that. Or we can just leave it like that for now. All right, so now that we have the grid position, let's just test it. Let's print. Want to print grid position. I'll say the positions. See if we have what we are expecting. And we have an empty array. Okay. Why? Do we have many errors? Init position array is read only. So what's the problem that it's read only? Well, Godot doesn't like it. I thought it would work like JavaScript, that you can have an array being a constant and you can add things and remove things from it. So just change it to a variable and it should work now. So that's 0, 0, 0, 32, 0, 64, 0, 96, 0, 0, 128 until 288 by 288. Yeah, that makes sense. So what we will do now is that on the generate auto walls, we are going to add the outer walls and at the same time remove it, those positions for the grid positions. All right. Okay, so Vinicius said, I'm more used when you set get. I used to use it before a lot. Well, haven't done it recently. What do you think that we should do here? Not sure. Marcos Vinicius said also is instead array of grid position, why not dictionary? So you can do. So I can do a vector tool player. All right. Yeah, because I'm not thinking about the grid position to be tracking everything around. Although it could do that. Actually, that's a good idea. Because I was thinking of the grid position of just tracking the available grid positions and then removing them, just as I did here. But actually, that's a good idea. If you see, when we lay something at random, let's see, random position. We'll remove it from the grid. Which actually is a little bit confusing. It makes sense to use a dictionary. So let's look into dictionary in Godot. I've never used it, to be honest. Dictionary. A built-in dictionary, a built-in data structure that holds key value pairs. Okay. Dictionary are associative containers that contain values referenced by unique keys. Dictionaries will preserve the insertion order when adding new entries. In other programming languages, this data structure is also referred as a hash map or associated array. Key value pairs inside curly brackets. Let's see. So this is a dictionary. So can a key on a dictionary be anything? Can it be like even a vector too? Yeah, I mean, it can be a number, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to have a vector too. Okay, I really like this, but there is something that I don't like if we go with this approach. Is that then every time here on the scene, like every time I move the player, I will have to keep track of, yeah, I'll have to keep track, and I need to be updating the position of the player of the grip position, and I don't want to be doing that. So we can better rename these grip positions to grip positions available. Maybe it'll make more sense. Available. How do you write it? Sure. Available. Any grip positions available. All right. So yeah, this makes more sense. Grip positions available, and as we are generating them, then we'll be removing them from the array. So here in the outer walls, we are going to loop through the grip positions available. So we'll say for position in score grip positions available, and we'll say if position x, in this case we want if the x position is 0, so yeah, we heard out like if the x position is 0 or 288, if this position is 0, then we can be safe that can generate of for y, right? Let's say equals to 0. Let's return here. So here we have 0. Yeah, that's the trick. Have this column here, and then we have the last one, which will be 288, or yeah, I think it's gonna be the same formula we're doing here. Zero, zero, 32, and 32. So we want x or this, but not for y. No, actually we do want it, right? So let's call okay, let's call this function here. Let's see if it's working. Error. at position. Oh yeah, perfect. We have it. So now we need to remove the. We need to remove it. The array. So we'll say. So now we need to know what is the index of the position. Can I have like the index? cd script for index. Let's see. First of all, it's selecting units. In Python, you could use enumerate to get functionality you're looking for. It's not as full feature as Python. If you want to have the index and item, you need to interact through indices for I in range. All right. Okay. Yeah, let's do it like that way then. You can do it like this too. For I in length. I tend not to use range in for loops because although it looks nicer in the Python sense, Godot does not have iterables, which means range returns an array. So if your list is huge, it will create, yeah. Okay, we need to set also if you do it for in dictionary like this for positioning grid position wants only values from dictionary, you do for positioning grid position that values. All right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really like the idea of using arrays, of using a dictionary, but I don't want to build there in the position in the dictionary every time we move the player, because the player itself already has a position because it is a node to the. All right, guys. There's something I need to do really quick now, so I'm gonna take a 4 minutes break really quick. Alright, guys, I'm back. So let's keep doing what we were doing. So the next thing will be to remove the every position that we're using here from the array of with positions available. So instead of doing a for in, we are going to be doing a normal for loop. So we have access to the index and to the item itself, just as it was suggested here. So let's copy this and say for I in range of get positions available that size, and then we'll say if position. So I'm gonna say here constant position. Okay, sorry for that. It's getting really cold here, and it looks like I'm gonna be getting sick a little bit soon. Okay, so we'll say position is going to be equals to with positions available, and we'll get the I item. Yeah. So what is again in there? Assign value for constant position is in a constant expression. All right. So you want this, and then we'll say with positions available that remove at. I wonder that because we are removing it, you'll somehow like do a damage on the loop, but I don't think so because that we are making calling the function range, which creates an array with the size, so we should be fine. Remove at, and this is the position integer. Remove the elements of array. If the index does not exist in the array, nothing happens. To remove an element by searching for its value, use erase. Oh, we could have used that one actually. Erase. Let's see. Note: do not erase entries while interacting over the array. I mean, we're gonna use it because of that note, so it makes sense. Remove at y. So I return here. And once the loop is over, let's print the positions available to see if it has the value that we're expecting. Alright, so it's a out of bound gets index 82. Huh? 82. Let's see. Print y. What is it saying that? Out of bound get index 82 on base array of vector. What do you mean by that? Um, let's comment this out. What do I comment here in Godot? But it's a shortcut. Gogo. Toggle comment. Going to add one. Control, whatever this key is. So, yeah. So y goes from 0 to 99, which is 100. So we have 100 positions, right? 10 by 10. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's because as we are removing the indexes, we want to remove another one. There is a problem, because the amount of indexes is reducing. So, yeah, that is annoying. Crap. What can we do here? I mean, we can just create a variable var positions to remove and to be an array. Let's just say indexes. I don't really like this, all these tricks things that we're doing. I think it's making the code, too hard to, way too complicated for something so simple that what that's we're doing. It's going to be a array number or int equals an empty array. And here we'll say in here indexes to remove that append will append the I value. And then the most obvious thing to do will be to I in range and the range will go from indexes to remove. Just say I in indexes to remove, and in here we'll say grid which is available that remove at and pass I here, and it should do the trick. I believe so. out of bounds because we need to remove this line of code. Right. Yeah, there we have it. So we see that you have 0, 0, and then 0, 0 has been removed. And you only have a 0, 32. So we have 0, 0 and 0, 32 is this one. It should have been removed. Why is it still there? Let's see. I am Emo. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good, mate. How are you doing? I mean, I think I am catching a cold here because the weather is changing here in Portugal. I live in Portugal, and the weather is it's getting cold here, so I'm getting a little bit sick. So that's the reason why my voice is like that. All right. So 0, 32. That one shouldn't be there. What is the size of the available grid positions? Is 77. 77. Traffic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 by 8, 64. Why did I have to use the calculator for that? Okay. So it should have been 64. But we're getting 77. How? Why? Marcos Phoenix just said also, what's game screen resolution? We are using a screen resolution of 320 by 320, but then we are overriding the viewport by this because I am on a 4K monitor, but within the game it is 320 by 320. So if we go to the view and we grab one of these, you'll see that, for instance, if I place this at the very edge here, I don't know if you guys are being able to see the lines of the viewport. You'll see that it is 320 by 320. All right. So we have for why in indices to remove, like why are we not, why is it not working as we're expecting? print index x to remove. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 19, 18, 20, 21, 30. How many indices to remove do we have? That size. We have 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. So yeah, that's good. 36. So oh, I see why. Because we are making the same mistake that we did before. Have indexes to remove, but as we are removing them, you know, the position are being changed. So if I remove one item, let's say the item on index 5, the item was 99 will be 98, and what was 40 will be 39. So yeah. Okay. So what can we do here? I mean, we cannot rely on indexes. We should be relying on values, right? So I'm going to say instead of getting the index, let's get the position. So they append the position. We will say that erase I to do it. No, either like and we're getting a few errors also. General was attempt to push back a variable type. It will go into okay. Let's change this to or 2. Something is happening here. Why is that? Oh, I need to hide this. All right, yeah, I think it will be good. It will be good if we do it like this. So let's rename this index to remove. Name it positions to remove. It will be position, raise position. All right, there we have it. Grid position available is 64, and if we, instead of printing the size, we print all of them. We have 32, 32, which makes sense because 32 on X and 32 on Y is this position here. Okay, yeah, perfect. This is what we were expecting. Okay, so Vinicius says that I'll try do this Arduino on stream just for fun. Thing of mine involve with but I try add passive system and limit to 5 passives memory playable. Okay, so you're like following along. So okay, yeah, that's perfect, right? That's really good. It's good just to learn and try things out. So I do this game development, just for fun or as a hobby, but I actually work as a front end developer. And honestly, everything I have learned so far has been through online courses like Udemy. And when I'm following those courses, like I will follow like step by step the videos, and then when I have like halfway, I will say like, oh wait, but why is the instructor doing it that way? I could do it this way, and I will be experimenting things. So yeah, okay. This is why I like doing like tutorials on my channel that are projects based instead of doing like quick videos like, okay, let's do this thing in 5 minutes, because those are videos that you will like watch while laying down or watching really quick while you do the research to solve a problem that you have. But I like project based because at least that's the way I learn programming a new context or a new framework in JavaScript. Okay, so we're generating the outer walls. Um, which is good. What if I have a helper function that will be called like place at position, and it will like uh, no, I think this goes. This is good. Generate other walls. Now generate floors, because the floors they have, they are not just visually. We can just make, the whole grid, the whole viewport to have a floor. It wouldn't really matter. I mean, we can even generate the floors first. Here it wouldn't make any difference. If we play it and then we'll see remote, let's have it always on top, remote, the board. Can I see now? You have the floors here. All right. So now we want to generate the inner walls. Let me move the generate floor function. Okay. So I remember that on the previous script we have a layout as random. And we have a random position. Yeah, I really like this function. So I'm going to copy it. So get random position. Let's call it get random position. So we have random int, and this has been renamed random I. Simply the position. Random I range. Let's do that one. Random I range. Position. So instead of remove, will be remove. Okay. That should do it. So in here, we have get random position. So that way we can get a random position in the grid positions available, and it will automatically remove it from the from the array. I was thinking that we can have like a class. We could have a class for the grid positions available, um, so that we can, like, tell it like, oh, occupy this position, and then he will be removing things around itself instead of us having to do things manually, every single time. So yeah, let's say that. Actually, I think that would be a good idea. I think that would be a good idea, actually. So that way, because it looks like this the board is doing way too much things, having to keep track and removing things for the good positions available. I think it'll be a good idea to have the grid position available do that itself. So let's see how we can. If I can remember how to create a class in the script. What is this? This class. So we have class name. We can have here the classes. Let's have an inner class for now. Let's call it grid position. Okay. So we want grid positions, just positions. It's going to be, yeah, variable position. It's going to be of type array of vector2, and it will be empty at the beginning. And then in the constructor, how do we want to initialize this? So we can pass here the cell size and the grid size of them are going to be no integer. So this is going to be of type int. This one as well. And then we'll say going to initialize it. It's going to initialize itself. So let's just call this function in positions. So here on the init positions, we're going to clear positions first in case we have something for some reason, and then we'll go from have cell size and grid size. How can I pass that to? So I guess I'm gonna have to have a constant, a variable named cell size, and another one named grid size. That's gonna be a type of int as well. And here we'll pass self that cell size. No, cell size. GD script structure parameters properties. So we have here so let's say the init. Okay. Name, character name. Okay, so I think they cannot have the same name, it looks like. Right? I'm gonna put an underscore here for now. Cell size equals to size. Width size equal to width size. Essentially, say here width size. For grid size, then underscore size, and then same here. Size. Cell size. And on positions, for positions we want to append all of those to the other score. So this one is okay. So with position track, we have position, then we initialize it. So we can have a get random position function. So the score positions. So and in here, say mid positions. So we can get around the position. We need to be able to lay to extract around the position. Specific. Let's get position. So here we should be able to pass the position. We can just call it subtract. Let's see. Subs. No. Remove. We can call it remove position. Let's see. Remove position. Pass position. Position. Come to vector 2. And then we'll use the erase function. Erase. So let's go position that erase position. So we can call this get and remove random position. So that's going to be a good name. So we can get and remove random position. I mean, I don't like the name that is too long, but at least it tells you right away what it's doing. This is going to return void. And this is going to return a position, a vector 2. So in the script, let's create script and name it script position tracker. And we'll take all of this. Let's paste it here. Yeah, that should do it. Oops. So here in the bar, can I say that bar foo is equal to with um, position tracker that new? No. But I create a class in the script. This script. I mean, I really like this comment here. What is it? I really like this comment that said this is in Java, you don't need a class for everything. In most cases, you don't need any custom name classes at all. Instead, you should be using nodes and things. For example, your checkboard could be a title map. I really like that idea. Maybe I am overcomplicating things here. So let's create a node and name it grid position tracker. Instance a node. Like that. This thing's not really. Instance. Position tracker. So let's add it here. Dash script. Node script. Okay, here. Right, there we go. So this is like if I select the node and drag and drop a while control, it will make all of this already by position tracker and call like this. So that's really nice. And I guess I can say center that. Do I have my functions here? Should, right? See if I can call the remove position. Oof, I don't have. Why don't I have the auto completion from the scripts of this node? All right, so how can I get auto completion from here? What if I make it like this? Remove. GB skip auto com. Already for variable. Let's see. So here, autocomplete for on code. Code autocomplete doesn't work with new methods. So I need to give it a class name. Hmm. Mm, okay. So staying with position. And here this is going to be a grid position tracker that move. I need to type it. Grid position tracker. Let's remove. No, not even like that. I will do. Tracker that remove position. All right, so Samir Rodriguez say, "You're the best, bro. You inspire me." Thank you, Samir. Actually, Samir is a good friend of mine. Good guy. Okay. Hmm. I don't like that we are not getting auto completion here. Really not a fan of that. Why? Trying to assign value of time no to a variable of time. Give us some tracker. Uh huh. What if I do as? Okay. Let's see. All right. Yeah. That's it. That's cool. All right. So here, let's see the board generate outer walls. Let's just grab as it was before. Comment this old one for now. This one. And here is instead of instantiating it to itself. So as itself as a parent, we will put it in the floors. Floors. And there we have it. Okay. Let's the function. Why am I not even being able to see them? So this generate floors. In floors. And generate the other walls in the other walls. Right, there we go. There we go. Now we generate inner walls. Okay, so let's have a constant here. Inner max and minimum. Inner walls max. So if you have like a range, okay, a range class or something like that. So as okay, inner walls maximum, the amount of maximum inner walls that we want to be able to see. I just want to have the walls count, a minimum of 5 and maximum of 9. So 9. Then the minimum amount 5. And the same for the food. Count mean. And food count max. So the minimum is 1. Maximum is 5. And this count minimum, count maximum. All right. So let's generate the inner walls. We want to be generating a random amount, but the random amount should be from 5 to 9, right? So we are going to say here, we'll say here bar count equals random random integer range from 2. So it's gonna be from inner walls count minimum, inner walls count max. So now we know the amount of inner walls that we want to generate. So we just need to we just need to place then, to loop through it for I in range. Let me count. And here we are just going to instantiate then randomly. So here in the war, we know that we need to have the exit always at the top right. So how do we want to approach this? Because I am thinking now, like I am already thinking ahead, like okay, how am I going to see that I am not putting in the wall at the top right and things like that. But I guess we should just go like one step at a time, right? So here I'm gonna say use the instance environment. All right. So let's do this. For I range counts, so let's print let's see the walls. Run to the project. 1207. Have 8. Then we have 4. 4, which is a amount of 5 from 0 to 4. Yeah, it will be 5. So yeah, we just need to randomly place them. So we'll go like this. So we need a random position on X and a random position on Y. So we'll save our random position. It's going to be equal vector 2 and X is going to be a random thing. Random that. So we'll say random integer range. We want X to be from 32. From 32 all the way to here -1, so it will be 320 minus 2 minus 232 64 256. So instead of saying this, we'll say cell size width, viewport width minus times cell size width. That is only for Y. Let's call this random X, because this line of code is getting too long. And then we'll have a really similar one, random I. Will be from height to viewport height and here cell height. So we'll go from this one all the way down instead of this here. So this random Y. The position constant random position equals to vector 2 and I'll pass random X and random alright. So now we have a count around the position. Now we just need to place it. So we can use our utils method. So we'll say utils that instance on parents, and we'll want to instantiate it on inner walls, and we want to instantiate the cn. We don't have the inner walls yet. We don't. Simple add walls. Oh yeah. So let's create those. Since we have on the sprite, we have walls. We have 7. All right. So creating a scene. It's going to be to the scene or area 2D. How did I make the other one? The other walls. The other area 2D. So let's see. 2D. Let's add a collision shape 2D and also a sprite 2D. And then save it in God's folder. Create a new one called inner walls. Save it as, how did I save it here? Right. Save it as inner wall. Let's name this sprite. Let's rename this one shape. This one inner wall. So here, let's just add a sprite as a placeholder because this is the parent and we want to be overriding it. So click on here. I'm going to set the offset to be 16 on X and 16 on Y. And the shape, let's add a new shape, the rectangle. And the rectangle is going to be 2 by 32. I move the position, yes. Oh, yeah. Let's put it here. Right, that looks pretty good. Name here, inner parent, inner wall parent. And click on save. So let's create a new inherit scene from inner wall parent. And I'm going to rename this inner wall 0. The sprite is going to be, so we have this called wall 0, wall damage 0, and I want to rename it to be inner. We have it, yes, rename. So inner. Let's rename all of these inner. And the same for this one. So this one. Six, level 7. Let's say for the wall damage. In the wall damage 0. In the wall. It should be in the wall 1 damaged. I think it would be better. Then this one in the wall. So this will be in a wall. Damage. So they are right next to the other here. So the same in this one. Same for this one here. Right, there we go. So now on this inner wall 0 zine, I'm going to place this one. I think this will be a sprite animation. Anyway, the sprite frames, new sprite frames. Now we'll look into that later. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're going to be changing that to animated sprites later. This is default, this is damage. This is in the normal one. This is the damage. The damage is gonna be this one. So let's go to the inner wall parent, and here let's change the types to the animated sprite. Sprite frames. So, more. There. So the normal is gonna be white. Damage this here. Let's delete this one. See damage. What if I just replace it? I think it will have an issue. So enable 0, the normal enable 0. So this, I have to make a new one. Sprite frames. Oh, make unique. Yeah, there you go. Come on. Let me just remove this one. The damage. Plus this one. So now I can set normal and damage. Normal is gonna be the default one. Okay. Let's create a new inherent scene from the parents. This is gonna make it unique. Save it as in a world 1. The normal is gonna be in a world 1. And the damage is gonna be in a world 1. Like this. So when we change it, have damage and normal here. Save. And this should be enough for us to play around. Let's go to the board. Where are my other walls? The scenes here. See them. Go to playlist. Let's open it back up. Huh. Okay. Okay, the reason was we have header on the script. So here we're gonna see the inner floors. It's on the top. Inner walls. Array of packet scene. So here inner walls. Let's go to nodes. Inner walls. And path 0. Path 0 and 1. So the board, you'll say CN inner walls like that, big random, and the position is going to be random position, or we can just make like this vector tool and select random position. And there we go. So we need to generate the random position within the loop. Okay. Go to the parents here, and the offset we'll just put it here and disable center, so all the other ones will follow. So we need to like generate them with steps. Let's say good section. All right, so the next thing will be to while generating the random position without taking the 32 steps. So that's why they are kind of like overlapping. Mhm. So we can have a node called inner board that will be generating all of that, and it will take in the variables from the parents. All right, so we're gonna leave it like that for now. Let's see, Canal the Games. Thank for all the tutorials. You were the first one on good quality that I've seen when I was beginning my Get Dev journey. Yeah, thank you, Canal the Games. That's I really appreciate that. I really love doing making these tutorials. It's a lot of fun. I really love game developments. I think it's a really good way of learning how to program, uh, and actually it helped me to get a job as a software developer. I don't work on the game field, but I work as a front-end developer using Angular and React, and I do these YouTube things as a hobby, and it has been pretty good. It is great doing these things. And actually, I put my YouTube channel on my curriculum, and believe me, it has helped me get a job, even though the tutorials and the video I have made have nothing to do with front end development. But people see that, you know, I'm getting into programming, like enjoying it, and the problem solving skill. It is the most important thing. Of course, that depends on the company that you're playing for. If they're more modern and open mind, they will appreciate the problem solving skill instead of having a certificate or a degree or something. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, we are making this live. I'm making this live so you guys can see, and also because I don't like building these projects alone because it is tiring. Um, so just to push myself into making these videos, I have started live streaming, and I am also thinking about live streaming while I am editing the videos, uh, so it doesn't get so boring. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining this time, and I will see you guys on the next one. See you later.